Welcome to my first break 100 at Kirkby Lonsdale. I've never broken 100 before. I think my best was like 108 prior to this, but today's a different day and the only limit is the one you set yourself. I came here armed with some new weaponry. First, the tailor-made mini burner driver in a stiff 13.5 degrees to try and save my woes off the tee. It landed the day before, so this shot could go anywhere as it's straight out the wrapper. I aimed right as that was a place to miss, just in case. Surprisingly, I hit a straight one. I did have to drop as I had no idea on the distance of this thing, and I was somewhere in the long grass with mower man ready to give it a trim. I was looking around 180 to 220. I don't think I gave myself enough respect with the distance. I'm quite excited for this one, with the video only a couple months in the making. If it gets a good reception, I'll make another. I thought the safe play was to putt rather than chip, but I falls short, missing the green, and I absolutely adore this course. They're always welcoming, so it's a great place to be. It's a shame about the drop. I should have been more aggressive, but it's usually bend it like Beckham off the tee, so I felt I had to play it safe. But after I go and drain this putt, it looks like we're cooking today. This was a friendly tournament, so I had to take a 6 for dropping off the tee on that scorecard. However, the ball was still findable in my eyes and freshly printed with logos, so I just classed it as good marketing and took a 5 on this one. Definitely a promising start from the burner, so I opened it up, hitting one straight left. Great ball flight though. If you're questioning my 30 handicap, it's all relative. At least there's some potential coming through in dribs and drabs, although I definitely missed the boat starting my golf career late. We had 18 holes today, just an appetizer for the 27 holes tomorrow. For some reason I must have been set in tournament mode, because like normally I'd just try and float one over the trees, attack the pin, but I decided to play one safe round and yeah, shank it. But at least I've still got a line into the green. Can I hit a little pin seeker? It's nice high, a lot of stopping power, and it's actually on the green, surprisingly. It looks like the golf game could be peaking today. Now if I put in a great putt from off the green on the first. Can I get this one close? Quite a long downhill putt. I'd take a 2 putt, but to drain it would be nice. Hit it a little too bobbly. Not clean contact, but the distance ends up being perfect. Right length, just wrong direction. Pretty much everything I do. Wrong direction, but we get the tap in for another bogey. And then par 3's the Achilles heel to my game. I just always have a bad shot off the tees of these. I can never get one close. So yeah, chunky little 7-iron. And then I just play a little bump and run. Ends up rolling out way too far. I'm just trying to tell it to slow down and stop. Giving us a really long putt. Can we challenge the pin, or at least scare it? As we roll one down. Nice scenic backdrop. Oh, that's a little rim tickler, wasn't it? Somewhat challenging putt, but we get the comeback. This was just one of them tee shots where you're waiting that long for them to clear. That it's guaranteed a bad shot. And then I really abused this club today, the tailor-made burner. Playing it off the deck, just seeing what I could do with it. Decent shot really, straight. And honestly, after this day, I thought it's the best club I've ever bought. And then this one I'm like, yeah. You see the pros using it as a club you can shape. Let's beat prime Tiger Woods and just kill one round the tree. I don't know how, and somehow I actually do that. I think it's just a slice, but it played. I couldn't have asked for a better shot. We're right where we want to be. The accuracy in the hands of a high handicapper like myself, who struggles getting anything to go anywhere near I want it to go, was a real game changer. Poor putt from off the green. This was just as bad as well, and we do actually get down from here. Like I said, the arsenal we've got some new weaponry. I've also got some Arcos golf sensors in my clubs now. This really helped me dial in the distances, as before this I was just eyeballing it. A really good shot here from I think it's a 5-iron, quite a long hole, I think it's 200 downhill. Nice little chip, we're on the green. Can we get the par? Oh, a lip out par, but we sink for another bogey, which is commendable really, considering I'm off 30. And yeah, like I said, the Arcos Golf, this is like the first round with it, because it landed yesterday with a Taylor burner. so I haven't really used it at the time. So everything I was hitting was still pretty much eyeball it and guess like this. I thought I'd bump and run a little 6-iron. I was decently close. I think I was 140 out. And I was really struggling with my pitch 9 at the time. So I didn't hit him. And then my 6-iron ended up going like 40 yards too far. I had to take a drop at the back. That's something I've really been struggling with, is guessing the distances. And we chip on over the dip. I've managed to find a consistent swing with all my irons, allowing Arcos to elevate my game with all my distances dialed. Just leaving it short on the putt. And the Arcos Golf, now I've played a couple of rounds, it's really cleaning up my game. It's got the caddy feature, but I don't really use that. I just sort of play ball, try and get as far as I can down, and then just play it from there. It's looking like another great shot off the tee from the TaylorMade burner. What a great club it's turning out to be. Normally I'm lucky not to be free off the tee. I've just got bags of confidence when wielding this thing. I didn't have the legs on this one, but it is a blind green. I really struggle with the blind shots normally. I'm sort of quite a bit short. At least I can see my shot now. I know it's a mini driver. It is quite pricey, but in the grand scheme of things, it's looking like an absolute gem. Great little floater. And this also lands on the green. I seem to have really improved on my chipping as well. My chipping and putting, well, everything. But it's sort of on and off. Some days you're firing. Some days you just want to pack your clubs and go home. But on this one, I don't know where I was aiming with the putt. Curled well to the left. Now I also leave this short. Little tap in. But it's a poor effort. Double bogey. We're still on track for sub 50 front 9, which is where I want to be if I want to break 100. Really high drive here. I lose sort of the distance, but it stops it rolling out, which probably would have made it long. But then I went and took the tiger line for the next shot, and it obviously backfires. I ended up sending it into the grass and the trees, and then the next one into the trees. But second time of asking, I get out the trees. And a nice little shot onto the green to save my... Nope. Yeah, I shank it into the... just before the hedge. Almost gone. Thankfully it wasn't, and then I play it into the bunker, so... yeah, it looks like this score's going to run away from me. I really need to get out of this bunker and close. And it's a surprisingly good chip out the bunker. Sometimes I can have 5 or 6 plus shots in the bunker, but it was a surprisingly good shot. I didn't save it with the putt, but I think that put me down for 9, I think it was. Yeah, disappointing. Really let myself down with that score, and it's going to make it really hard to get down if I keep making mistakes like that. We then go and slice the next drive miles over on the wrong fairway. Somehow I draw the next shot and still don't get back to the right hole. But then this blind shot was surprisingly good. It was total guesswork. I just thought, don't hit the clubhouse, don't hit the clubhouse. And I was actually on the green somehow. By the skin of my teeth. See, there's a puddle there on the left. It was sort of a mix between being red hot sunny and absolutely pissing it down, which is classic England for you. It's just, you get all of the above. Could be any weather. Probably throw in some lightning or snow. And it wouldn't be out of place. But yeah, we get down here. Nice little putt. Another bogey. Putting us 51 on the front 9, which gives us a chance to get the sub 100. But it just means I need to get below 50 definitely on the back. Great drive off the 10th. Par 5 long hole. I decided to rip out the burner again off the deck. And this was a surprisingly good shot. Sending it well down the fairway, giving me a nice chip. I think it just run off, giving me a nice chip for Nice chip for a birdie chance, and I go and shank it well right. Just as I was talking about my good chipping, it's been shocking the last couple. This needs to go close, give me a chance for par at least. Need to start getting some score back after that 9. And yeah, this ball just goes and tickles the flag. Scampers past the hole. Sadly it couldn't go in for the birdie, but at least we've got something to put out for par. Try and save some sort of round. Also with the weaponry I've got a rangefinder, which it came in useful when you're waiting around. Just have a scan of the local area, see what you can hit and what's in play. But I found myself mainly just sticking to the R-Course app to get my distances. The rangefinder's more a luxury item. If you are a decent player playing tournaments, I guess it's a vital aspect to your game. I could feel my putter itching for a par, warming up nicely, and we go and drain it. Yeah, we start the back 9 with a par, which is surprisingly good. So maybe we're back on. And then I go and send this one well into the trees, but thankfully it opens up on the back, and I found myself nicely tucked in behind the wall. I risk it going over the wall to the green, and yeah, I play it off the wall, but at least I find myself with a better shot in now. Can I stick it on the green? Not with that little butter fade. Just floating over in the air, leave myself right side. But at least I'm not in the bunker. The one on the other side's like a moon crater. We chip on the green. Chance to putt. Every time I stepped up, I felt like I was going to make it. And most of the time they were close. But it is, if you've got that mindset, they do seem to be a lot better. Like the round on the weekend, I couldn't put anything, and once you start getting in that hole, you end up racking up 4 free putts or 4 putts and 3 putts, and then you just can't get it back. You're putting. I still shot a really good score. Didn't break 100, but that was all in the putting. I had like 10 extra putts, which is really bad. And I just needed 5 less to break it. But anyway, back to this round. Trying to save this hole after almost going in the trees. Thankfully it was that high that I didn't, but then I'd play it into the rough. I'm trying to hit the competition, take him out of the tournament. Clipping wheels. Little bump and run. Not in the bunkers. Straight down the middle. But it didn't have the legs. Disappointing. Second time of asking, can we roll it on? Bit more height on this chip. Will it stop? Will it get close? When you're zoomed in with the camera, it is quite blurry. Oh, great putt. Nice to see a couple of 1 putts. Not setting the world alight with the front here, but at least we're in the game. So I'll go and top the ball. And come on. Nope. Another heat seeker going for a competition again. I really struggle with par 3s at times. Sometimes I'm flying, sometimes it's shocking. But at least the sun's out now, and I play in the bunker. This looks like a savage little shot. Close flag, high lip. So I twat it into the side. Thankfully it runs up the hill. Give me a chance to put it. Leave it short. What am I doing? At least I bury it. Second time of asking. Can't really miss these. Another 6, but it's par 3. Par 5 long hole. I needed to hit a long one. I swung at it, but I ended up hitting it really high, so it went nowhere. So we're back to the burner off the deck. See what it's got. And yeah, I ended up hitting a little low flighted wall left shot, putting me behind the trees. Didn't really have the legs either. At least now we're back on the right hole after sending this one over. After 3 shots, I'm nowhere near. Take an iron. Try and close the gap. At least it's a par 5. So it doesn't matter if I take a couple more shots. We end up getting on for 5. Hopefully I can get down for a bogey. Quite a challenging putt though. Great. Well, no, it's just short. That's disappointing. I got a gimme for that. I think 7 down, yeah, double bogey. Just, I need something. And then I go and try and hit some more people playing. They're just like missiles. They see someone and the ball just wanna flies at them. That's what you call intense marketing. A couple of irons there, and they're all pretty much as bad as each other. As you can see, I was losing my head here. And it is important to keep a cool head. You got to be like water. You start getting angry, you can't see the clear picture. You got to be cool, calm, and collective. That's why I float this one up on the green to give me a putt at it. Quite a lengthy putt. About time I drained something. But not today. I rocket this one past. What a disappointing effort. At least I get the return. Leaving me to fight another day. I think at this point I realised I have to par the last 3 holes to break 100 and get 99. And this is my favourite hole. Every time I played it 3 times before, I parred it. So there's a lot of pressure to get the par for the 4th time. I think last time I played it as well, I parred this hole and the next hole. So I've got to do that again, but then par the last one. But yeah, there's something about this hole. I always play really well. And you can see I'm on in 2, which is great news after a disappointing couple of holes. Come on, get close. I need this birdie. This would take a lot of pressure off the next hole or the next 2. Allowing for a bogey. Look at it. Go, go, go. Whoa. I was disappointed not to get the birdie, but we keep up tradition with a par on this hole. 4 out of 4. It is literally sat on the rim, but it's better than the last couple. And then I go and hit a little a really bad shot to tee off with. And yeah, this one I totally lost it. I was guessing it was water, so I ended up chucking one behind the water. Little stream, shank another, and at this point I realised I'd fucked it. You can see the rain's coming in though, so we're just trying to speed run it, get through it. So yeah, you can't really see a lot now, but anyway, yeah, an 8. The rain was in and we're just speed running. No, I absolutely drill this drive.
No, wrong fairway.
This hole was long as drive, so I did swing at it, but I ended up going left on the wrong fairway, so I couldn't win it. I probably would have won it as well if it was on the right hole. You can see it's starting to dribble now. That's not me, don't worry. Come on, good 6 iron to get back to the green. And I should have put on the clubs and the distances. I was going to use the Arcos maps for each hole, but it sort of spoils it when you can see all the shots already. Like they should have a course, a whole like replay where you can replay the hole instead of it just showing all the data. Just for doing stuff like this, as if I had it on the screen, obviously you could see all the shots before they happened, and you can see it's starting to rain like mad now, really hammering it down. It just gets worse and worse. Thankfully we finished in time, as I think the last couple of groups were drenched, and this really helped me put me in the mix. I think I ended up coming in second just because the last couple of groups were all blobbing the last couple of holes with the rain coming down. Disappointing not to finish with a par. I send it past. In total, it wasn't that bad to finish off after the last hole, that par 3. But I really need to tidy up my par 3s. I think we are getting there now. Now I'm getting better. But obviously this was like quite a while ago. Still not broken 100 though. I don't know how you found this video or how you made it this far. But if you did, thanks. I hope you're well. And I hope to see you next time when we finally break 100.